Um, yeah, so thank you for coming. Today is Valentine's Day, and yeah, Valentine's is not a good day for some people, and for others, it's a wonderful day. You're going to get chocolates and lovely stuff, and I was really fortunate to get these, and to get these. So, got three people that care, so I'm really happy. Um, yeah, I'm just going to share a little bit about Valentine's Day here in Japan and then share with Our Daily Bread. And they're talking about the famous um, chapter 13 in Our Daily Bread. Sorry, in Corinthians. And if I can set the stage, Paul came to this church and there was incest going on, prostitution. Those things do not connect to churches, but these people are trying to follow God and they're thinking, I don't know how the prostitution got involved. People were doing favors for each other. There was history with the church where some temples, if you, not the church, but the original Israelites, where people would go into worship and they can get connected with a prostitute in the temple if you gave a certain gift. So some of the early worship, they involved prostitutes in it, and I'm thank goodness that practice is finished. But some of it's practiced today, where some churches will have favorite positions they're seated for people because they're strong contributors. So they're not giving money to a prostitute, but because of the money they give at the church or their position in society, they can get certain positions. But the church in Corinth, the Corinthian church was a hot mess, the best way to say it. And Paul came in and he saw, as I was saying, incest was going on in the church or among church members, prostitution. People were prophesizing that were not prophets. Um, also, people were trying to fight for leadership positions, and that just doesn't make sense. You should be voted in and prayed. Things like that should be prayed about. But the Corinthian church, Paul was trying to straighten it out, and he came up with chapter 13 of First Corinthians, and that's what we use today for love. And that passage people use to celebrate love, to say love is kind, love is patient, love doesn't judge. These are all important things, but the origin was coming from the Corinthian church that was a hot mess. And it's important to know um, what love really is. And it is got to be so blind that it doesn't judge you. And that's a really hard, tall order. And I think our concept of love today and what they had in ancient times are very different. Um, I mean, people here also will give you the shirt off their back, but in ancient times, like that's where people like lived together. They didn't just say like let's love each other and share things together. Like they lived together. That's how they got to love each other a lot. So it's kind of today, I guess, would be the family you choose, people you want to live with, not the family you're born with necessarily. So it's very interesting to understand where the church was at that time when the book of Corinthians was written and Paul wrote it. Um, there were some churches that were doing well. They had very little, but they were providing a lot for everyone. Even in Jerusalem, they were given offerings back there. So there's seven churches, I believe, talked about in the Bible, um, and like Syracuse, Philadelphia. These are Syracuse, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Um, a lot of these churches um, we can know today in America, American cities, but the real meaning of love in the early church was needed to be fixed on and off. And today, some churches are so big that it's hard to fix a lot of things without a scandal that will bring a church down. But it should be love and joy. And I want to talk about the love here in Japan regarding Valentine's Day. So, if you get a gift for Valentine's here, it's a little bit different. So if it's February 14th in Japan, what happens is the women give a gift. So the reason I got these chocolates, I'm not giving them away, I'm receiving them. So in Japan, you get chocolates on Valentine's Day, and then the men have to do it 1 month later. So it's a different style in Japan where, again, the women give to men. And because there's more women than men here, and men are super shy, some women just say, forget it, I'm just gonna give a gift to myself. So sometimes women will give flowers for themselves, chocolates for themselves, and just celebrate love. And as I was saying to some people earlier, how we used to celebrate being single on Valentine's Day was to, um, what were we doing? We would have an anti-Valentine's Day. So this was, oh, hello, a few people. Hello, hello. Um, so some Japanese people. Hello, hello. So, um, oh, chocolate, yes. There's lots of chocolate. And more chocolate, more chocolate, more chocolate, more chocolate. Sponsored chocolate. Um, how we used to do it in Canada, we have an anti-Valentine's party. So all of my single friends would get together and just celebrate love and just watch cheesy movies or thrillers, try to even change the genre of movies we'd watch. We wouldn't watch Valentine's movies. We would have an anti-Valentine. We'd protest against Valentine's. So that was a lot of fun. And we did it a few times. It was just a lot of fun. And if, someone got hooked up or met somebody, became a couple with somebody, hey, we're happy for you. Um, oh, sorry, someone's asking, where do you live now? I'm here in Tokyo. Where are you? And yeah, I'm talking for Tokyo, even though I have this Tim Hortons mug from Canada. It's still about Japan. Um, yeah, so we would have these anti-Valentine's parties, and they were a lot of fun. So I would suggest doing that with friends. There's no point sulking about this day. I think Valentine's is fake. Um, it's a fake holiday. Um, it's just a day, in some cases, just to get people to buy flowers and chocolate. You should be celebrating love every day that you know that person. You should be writing notes. I think in high school, I would be writing notes every day that I would meet the person. So that was pretty important to do. And my love needed to come out. So anytime I had a paper, before I would meet somebody, I would just write something for them. You don't need Valentine's for that. You can just write it. Here, you could, anywhere you can get in trouble if you say, hey, happy Valentine's Day to you. You have to kind of know the people. Some people don't want to celebrate it. Some people get offended by it. So you have to kind of know what it's about. I don't think I'll post about it except the Valentine's poster I saw at a restaurant. I thought it was interesting. They have like special Valentine's cake. Um, but, each to their own. We'll probably go for maybe something to eat. I don't know. But I definitely think Valentine's is important, but not on Valentine's Day. Love is important, not necessarily Valentine's. I'm very happy and very thankful. I got some chocolates, um, but again, this is from family and people around me, so I'm really really thankful for that. Um, so yeah, you can give chocolates to people around you and celebrate Valentine's in that way, and yeah, just do it in any way you can. Um, it doesn't have to be, um, you know, this way or that way. You can celebrate Valentine's in any way you want. Um, you can design something, create something with some friends, go axe throwing. Um, yeah, just have a lot of fun on Valentine's Day. And again, um, going back to Our Daily Bread, that church again was a hot mess. And Paul sent the letter of love, the one we use for marriage today. to help that church get back to basics. And sometimes Valentine's is getting back to basics. Don't worry about politics and what's going on around the world. It's definitely a concern. The news outlets are selling today because of the orange man said this, the orange man said that, and every country, Canada is being attacked um, with trade partners. We can't worry about this. This is nothing we can control, and we can protest about. But I think having stability in our hearts is pretty important. So I would say embrace love. Oh, sorry, someone's asking me a question in Japanese. Sorry, can you put it in Romanji? Um, will Canada and the U.S. merge? No, we're not going to merge. We're not going to be a state of the U.S. Thank you for that question. No, we're not going to merge with the U.S. They would love for us so they can get our natural resources, but we're set up differently. We work together with the U.S. So I think a president wants to, Orange Man wants to just have a legacy. I made these changes. I put these people together, and that should be his job. So part of what he's doing for America needs to be done. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 presidents, but he wants to do it during his presidency. So, so that kind of thing is kind of important. So, um, yeah, it's up to each person. But yeah, we're not going to merge with the U.S. Um, they're they're like they're who they are. Um, we're not Americans, so we don't want to be. We're not like Hawaii or Puerto Rico or other protectorates. We're Canadian, and we should be proud of it. So, yeah. Uh, do you want? No one wants a COVID present. Come on, man. Let's be uh, let's be sensible. Um, yeah. And if you have any questions, please put them in there. And yeah. Let's see what this is. Okay, another moderator. Okay. Yeah, let's have some good questions. Every country is going to get attacked by the U.S. right now, so you just need to be ready. You gotta. Canada has to just say what it's doing. We give them electricity. We give them gas. We manufacture together. We share security together. And yeah, we're 1/10 the size of the U.S., but that shouldn't diminish our love for one another and help for one another. Yeah, we should review everything. And I think we're going to review our borders, we'll review our security, we're going to donate more to the UN. I think all of these things are going to help us. And we need a strong leader. And if Trudeau is not up to the task because he's already resigned, we'll find a new leader. Um, so this isn't a political thing. It's just come in March, April, we're having a leadership convention for the Liberals, and we're gonna have a national election. So weather will be a bit better. And I'm sorry for my friends in Toronto who are getting snowstorms. I think you're getting 15 centimeters. We have a beautiful day here in Tokyo. So I'm so sorry. You can see the river there. Um, but yeah, we're really fortunate in Tokyo to get this beautiful sun today. In other cities, you're just getting rain, snow, and yeah, in other parts of Japan, Takayama, I think they have like walls of snow. So if you want to go to Takayama, they have a very special, I think it's 5 kilometers of snow walls you can see. In other parts, I've talked to people in Osaka this week and other places. So yeah, it's important people just enjoy where they live. And I'm sorry for all the things happening from the U.S. to people, and even in Japan. We gotta try to deal with making deals, and I think reciprocal agreements are being made now with other countries. The U.S. wants to renegotiate everything, and this happens in Japan a lot with contracts with people. So yeah, we just have to renegotiate everything. It's a new leader. He wants to do things that work for him. And also, Japan's going to have to consider paying money for protection of the U.S. bases. That might come up again. And I think right now they're trying to look for tariffs for steel and aluminum with Japan, because it'll just be too much burden. So they want some special agreement with America, and that's fine. But anyways, thank you all for joining today. And again, it was talking about love, but some questions came in about Canada, um, where I live, which is interesting. Um, oh, and I have some people saying I'm Japanese. Yep, if you have Japanese name, I'm gonna guess you are Japanese. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please enjoy love today, and wherever you are, again, it could be with friends. If you want to buy yourself some flowers, buy yourself some chocolates. It's good. It's all good. Just enjoy yourself. Don't think about Valentine's as one day. It's it's a number of days. It should be celebrated every day. Love is about that. So let's see what love we get this year from our overseas friends and such. Okay. All right. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay. Bye bye.